Let's go. We do have that PvP. Again, of course, last night were covering the Water TV Monday, and Classic did shut down Max in the semifinals, I believe. The semifinals of the Water TV Monday, but we'll see how we can compare to herO. We're spawning in the bottom hand corner of Tokamak. We have the South Korean Protoss player, we have the blue Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Virtus Pro. It is Classic. Here we go. And personally, I do really love casting Classic versus herO. They are very aggressive and very dynamic and very intense against each other, and more so than against other players. So I don't expect a standard builds or standard game or standard series at all between these two, and this can go either way, of course. Classic and herO being the two best Protoss players in South Korea. Let's go. Arguably the world. Clem's PVT has something to say about that, for sure. That for sure. As herO does fan out on the right hand side. Classic moving in with the probe scouts. We do have the second pylon in the main base. Here he does not proxy. Likewise, Classic soon to be setting up himself as well. Hello. The herO going to be thinking about hiding his third pylon. Okay. Now he's set up. Cyber Core has been thrown down. We do see Classic going for a gate expand. A very greedy build here from Classic. Incredibly greedy. But my eyes are on herO. Zelda's on the way. I believe this is to sell the story that herO does plan on expanding. But there's that pylon, so cheeky build by herO again. Everything here screams gate expand. That's why Classic is on patrol. That's why the Zelda's on the way as well. But herO instead is going for the proxy Stargate across the map. And again, this is going to be necessary here just because of how greedy Classic has been. There we go, Stargate's on the way. Classic going to be forced back. Zelda does race across the map. And Classic, does he get the rescout? Does double back. Yeah, the Zelda's not in position, and this is going to be a massive moment here for Classic. No expansion, no Nexus. No Nexus here. That's a massive tell. There should be a base. It doesn't make sense for there not to be. He's going in for the rescout, and he will confirm the third pylon is missing. He knows. Now he knows something is wrong, something is amiss. This build does not add up, at least not what he's seen. And back at home is going for his own Stargate. And you can see he's scouting. Yeah, he's checking. He's checking for the proxy. He knows that something's wrong. He knows that something is up. And Classic, he will find the Stargate. And he does confirm the Oracle. So Classic is aware. Behind this should be getting ready. There we go. Stalker's already being chronoed. And again, herO, unfortunately, he gambled a little bit. If you remember, he sent his Zealot out towards the left-hand side. He was looking for the probe. He missed it. So missing the probe does mean that Classic sees everything. Phoenix is on the way. herO gets into the mineral line. Doesn't quite get the probe. Oracle into the main. Gets one probe. Gets two. That's all he gets. Two workers. That is not worth it. herO getting shut down. Losing the Adept, the Zealots, and the Oracle as well. And now we can just give the production. herO's going to have to cancel. I guess he could finish in recall. Bold move. Oh! As he's gonna have to recall to get out of here. Oh no. Here, yeah, there's the recall. It's a little bit late. Does save the Oracle. Just barely. Aye. And we'll see if herO can make this worth his while. Let's move out. That being shut down. Classic so far looking very secure. Classic does have a worker lead. And he's in position to shut down the Oracle. He does find it. And will shut it down. The Oracle may get a probe kill. Maybe even two. Heading into the main. Gets one, gets two. Just barely. That is still not worth it for herO. herO setting up a proxy pylon. He gets scattered, he gets caught out, and Classic will shut him down. Again, it was a cheeky build out of here, and I actually really liked the build of choice from our blue Protoss player, but it came down to the scouting. It came down to the fact he did not deny the probe scouts. That set everything in motion. Oh, nice catch. Zogs away the Phoenix, Oracle into the main. 1, 2, 3, 4 probe kills. 5 even, already achieving more damage than herO did. 6 even. 6 probes go down. Oracle gets caught. As again, herO is trying to turn this into a 1 base all in. He's got 4 gates and blinks, so it's going to be a 2. I said 1 base all in. It's going to be a 2 base 4 gate all in here by herO. He's trying to set up proxy pylons. He's being shot down. And it's all or nothing for herO as he's rallying out. Classic's getting ready. He's got 2 shield batteries. And he has 4 gateways himself. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, never mind. It's keeping up when it comes to his production. He has no blink himself, bear that in mind. But nice target firing. It does target down the weakened Stalkers. Stalkers are going down. And Classic is holding. Classic is holding. He's shutting this down. And again, there's no reinforcements here. There's no proxy pylon. Stargate got depowered. Pylons were shut down earlier. We have a proxy in the center of the map. But it's so far back. Reinforcements are so delayed. And now Classic has his own blink. That blink is done. Robo's on the way. Forger +1. Classic thinking further ahead. You could argue maybe being a little bit too greedy here, but is getting his third as well, alongside everything else. herO does have the Stalker lead. Guardian Shield is activated. Does activate Dark Guardian Shield. With this herO, he might be able to break through, but alas, his defender's advantage. And here is being shut down. It's being shut down completely. Losing another 3 more Stalkers. And there's nothing behind this. Yeah, there's nothing left. GG gets called. There's no way out of this, and Classic will take game number 1. Whew, GG. Classic does take a lead in the series. Again, it was a cheeky build out of herO, and I definitely saw a lot of potential with his build as well, faking out an expansion, but he got scattered. But the probe was able to double back. herO, he missed the probe. He gambled a little bit. It was 50-50. Remember, he sent the Zealot over towards the triangular third, but the probe was hiding at the linear third base instead. So the probe was able to double back, able to rescout, and confirm everything. With that, GG. With that, GG well played. With that, we're now getting into game number 2, and we'll see if herO can bounce back as we load into Pylon. Oh boy. Also, hello 007. Hello. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. Good to see you. As we're getting into game 2 and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the red Protoss player, also from South Korea, representing Twisted Minds, or representing Virtus Pro, I should say. Previously on Twisted Minds, it is a Classic. Here we go. And again, it's great to see herO competing in KSL just because he has been less active. I know a lot of people have been asking where's herO been over the past couple of weeks, and he has been avoiding a lot of online tournaments. I think a good example of that is that last night, Classic was competing in Wardy TV Monday. herO was not. He was not there at Wardy TV Monday. He wasn't there last week either. Again, herO's been playing less, but a big part of that is because of his own preparation for EWC as well. If you do recall, last year in the lead up to Esports World Cup, herO was also absent for, I want to say, like a month and a half, where he just wasn't playing in anything. It's crazy. But for KSL, herO shows up. He's here for the Korean StarCraft League. It's his tournament, true. For now, 2 gate opener out of herO. Meanwhile, gate a Cybercore here by Classic, going for a gate Cyber into expansion, doing his best Max Packs impression. And again, this shouldn't surprise you. If you've been keeping up with the PvP meta over the past 8 months, you would know that the Korean scene has embraced the Gate Cyber Expand a lot more often. They do mix it in a lot more frequently as well in the latest patch. It is a lot more viable. When I say viable, it's, again, just players have just embraced it a lot more in recent times. Both herO, Classic, Trap, Creator, Down. As herO does go for the pylon block. Does go for the block. Will play as best he can. Does go for the cyber core as well. So a bigger delay here on that natural. And herO can turn this into a one-base all-in. As the probe is still alive. So we'll keep an eye on the probe. We'll see if herO does go for a proxy. Opening up Stargate, but the Stargate is back at home. Okay, so Stargate open out of herO. This tells us that herO will expand. He is not going for an all-in. As herO should cancel. There's like... cancels the cyber core, throws out the pylon. Again, just laying for as long as possible here. Ooh, that was a kill. That should not have happened. That was a kill, not a cancel. 2 dead pylons, and now Classic expands. And suddenly that was a bigger investment for herO. Behind this, going for his own base. Classic likewise also going for the Stargate. Now, because both players have opened Stargate, then there's a much higher chance that both players are going to be opening up Phoenixes. Now, Classic, he is aware of the Stargate of his opponent, so he can start Phoenixes. herO, he is just now scouting. Actually, he fails the scouts. He's not fully aware. It is common to open up Stargate in this position, to go for the Gate, Cybercore, Stargate, so herO, he could try to read this without seeing it. For now, though, Oracle first. Ooh, into Twilight Council. Okay, no Phoenix Wars. No Phoenix Wars, Hallucination is moving out. Hallucination will confirm the fact that there is no Phoenix production, and that there is a Twilight Council. Here we go. As herO, he's now aware of the Stargate. Both players switching into Twilight Council, both players switching into Blink. Phoenix is on patrol. Oracle looking for a way in. Phoenix does confirm Blink. Oracle into the main base. Gets 1, gets 2 probes. Gets up to 3, not bad. Decent damage, as the Phoenix should be racing back to hunt this down. And again, both players are getting into Blink Stalkers. Here's a recall. herO's in position. Oh. Thankfully for Classic, no Blink. Does get away. And the game will calm down. From here, we're expanding. herO's taking a 3rd base. Even though we're working towards Blink, we only have 2 gateways, so we have a very low gateway count going for the Forge. herO's building up towards the mid game. From the side of Classic, likewise, he does turn on a 3rd gateway, which is, a 4th gateway. He's much more committed. 4-gate Blink out of Classic. So again, herO only on 2 gateways, then he goes for the Forge, upgrades, and takes a 3rd base for the economy. So herO, he's taking up and working towards the mid game. Classic, he's doubling down, and he's building up a terrifying army. So Classic is going to be the aggressor, and we'll see if herO can survive. Third base has been thrown down. We're still waiting for Blink. Blink is still on the way. We're getting there. herO just now throwing down his gateways. Classic reinforcing. And we're waiting for the push. We're almost there. Hallucination gets highs on the 3rd. herO, his is already getting saturated. The longer this goes on, the better it's going to be for herO. Remember, herO, he has the better economy. He has the faster base count, the higher probe counts, and +1. Here we go. Classic, he has to push. Now, checking the army supplies here, Classic, he is up in Stalkers. He has 5 more Stalkers than his opponents. He, of course, has the Sentries. He has Force Fields. He has Guardian Shield. Oh, does spot the Stasis Trap. Nicely done. A blinks in, takes out a Stalker. Denies the Stasis. Does he spot the other? Hard to say. But he's pushing in. Yeah, nice bait. Very nice bait. Oh my god, blinks in. Gets caught out. And the boys are being pulled. The boys are being pulled. Classic, he does not have enough. He's going to be forced back. Here he holds, he defends. Again, very nice stasis. Honestly, if it wasn't for the stasis trap, I think Classic would have broken him. Would have broken him here and now. But here he's holding. Stasis trap does run out. But herO has enough. He has enough. He does punish. And behind this herO, he's snowballing out of control. Remember, he still maintains a better economy. +1 is about to kick in. That was the timing that Classic had to break herO, and he missed it. He missed his timing. Now we have +2 starting as +1 begins for Classic. So massive upgrade lead for herO. Immortal has arrived. herO claiming a 4th base, getting further ahead. And charge is already complete. So the one thing that herO is missing here is to throw down the Templar Archives, work towards Archons as well, refine his army, and then push out. Meanwhile, for Classic, there's still a lot of pressure on Classic here to try to get some kind of counter damage, whether it's a Zealot run by, a Prism drop into the main, Stalker counterattack with Blink, something. Staying home and defending and trying to build up from here, it's not going to be enough. He needs something more. So far. Here he's moving out. Again, he does have the supply advantage. He's going to be hitting with +2. +2 is almost done. So up in upgrades, up in supply, up in army. Again, the one thing he's missing there, I was going to say, one thing he's missing is Archons. It's got him as well. The Archons morph in. And here he should overwhelm. Yeah, dives on the army, takes down a High Templar, blinks on forward. Archons are lagging a little bit behind. But they're getting in there. Yeah, they're getting in there. They overwhelm. And with that, herO, he's here to make a series out of this. Takes down the Archons, takes down all the Stalkers. Again, just outscaling Classic. And GG gets called. herO, he takes game number 2. We tie things up. We are going to the ace match. GG. Going all the way to game 3. Again, herO, he got away with quite a lot of greed. We saw that Classic, he threw down extra gateways. Classic, he was the aggressor, but he did miss his timing. As I mentioned before, though, I do feel like if it wasn't for the safe trap, Classic may have broken herO then and there at the 3rd. It was a really crucial timing for Classic when he pushed across the map. It was really sick bait on the first stasis, but he blinked into the 2nd stasis. And that was, what, 4 or 5 Stalkers getting caught out. And in that moment, he lost the momentum. He lost the army lead. He lost the game. To lose the game. GG, well played. And with that, we're now getting into game number 3, and we'll see who claims it from here as we're loading into Maganatha. Ooh, the largest map in the map pool. Larger map, longer rush distance by ground, but also a lot of places to proxy. Let's go. Let us go. This morning in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss tying up the series 1-1, forcing the ace match. We'll see if he can take it all the way. Representing Twisted Minds, it is herO. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss player himself representing Virtus Pro. It is Classic. Here we go. So we are settling in. Do have our gateways on the way. Probes are moving out, and they will pass by each other. Do pass by? Go. Do pass by. Going for the scouts. What's a proxy? A proxy is when you throw down your production buildings or even your tech outside of your main base at a otherwise proxy location, at an alternate location closer to your opponent, to be able to go into a rush, to be able to either high tech or to rush across the map and try to catch your opponent off guard. But so far, our players, they do scout each other. Do scout. Are dipping in. Our second pylon has been placed in the main, so we have our 2 pylons in the main base. There's nothing hidden. There is no shenanigans going on, and both players confirm this. Ooh, okay, so far so standard. Second pylons have been placed, which means both players, I mean, we do have the faster nexus from Classic, does throw it down in time. Here he was a little bit too late here to pylon block, so faster setup here from Classic. Gate, cyber expand, and meanwhile herO to gate opener. Now herO, he will have the option to react with an all-in, with a proxy, or with a pylon. Speaking of, eyes are on this probe. Here he turned back for a moment, but here we go. It is going to be a Stargate back at home. So he does throw it down at home instead. This is a much more tame response. So 2 gate opener, Stargate, herO, he will expand. He will expand from here. With the Stargate, he's going to be going for the Oracle. The purpose here of the Oracle of the Stargate is to deal some economic damage to make up for the fact that herO has a later base. So later expansion for herO, faster nexus for Classic. Because his base is faster, he will have more probes, and that's where the pressure's on herO to get some economic damage done. He's moving out with the moving out with the Adepts, moving out with the Oracle as well. Here we go. So again, the pressure is on herO. herO's moving in. Classic, he's in position. Does fully wall. Does wall in the main. Does move his probes away. Hallucination is still moving out. And the goal here for Classic is to scout the main base, to get eyes on the tech. What exactly is going on. And he will. It gets into main, he spots the Stargate, he spots the Oracle. He knows. Adepts, they get 1 probe. They get 1, they get 2 probes. And we might get a third. Very nice force fields, locks down the Adepts, will shut them down. At the same time, the Oracle is busting into the main. He's making his way in. Shield battery is not yet done, and probes are going to go down. Yeah, 3, getting up to 4. Not quite 5. Forced to recall. And here he gets out. Behind this, here he's still down in workers. You can see here, even though herO just killed 4 workers, you can see how far ahead economically Classic has been. He's still by 2. Still by 3 even. Still by 3 probes. Classic still maintains a worker lead. What we saw was some decent damage out of herO, but still not good enough. Here he still needs more. At the same time, working towards Blink. Meanwhile, Classic getting into a Robo instead. Now, with a Robo follow-up here, this will lead into early game Immortal production, and this typically means that Classic is going to be the defender. As he takes a third. Yeah, he's just rushing into a third base, going for the Robo. He is going to be taking a more defensive role. And the pressure is going to be on herO to counterattack, to punish. Here he scouts a third base. He responds with his own. Again, it's going to be a later third for herO. With earlier Blink, he will have map control. He'll have a more mobile and versatile army. And he's pushing. He has to. Like, here he has to do something across the map. He's moving out. Ideally, he can maybe force a cancel or threaten the third. Setting up the stasis. Immortal production has begun. And with Immortals in a head-on fight, I do favor Classic. the power that herO has is the ability to maybe even bypass the army and go into the main. Oh, as he gets caught out. Yeah, brutal force fields, losing a stalker, losing a sentry. Oof. Phoenix goes down. And so far, Classic looking solid. Just buying enough time. The Immortal has arrived. He's got the Immortal. He's got 2 shield batteries. Classic, he's holding. And no third. Oh, I just assumed there would be. But here he does not expand. Instead, we have more gateways on the way. Stays into the main, into the natural, catching 3 probes. Behind this, how many gates? So far, we have 2 gateways and a proxy 3rd gate. herO is forcing himself all in. Does blink into the main. Blinks in. Ooh, stasis goes off. And brutal Sim City. The Immortal's trying to keep up. Blinks into the low ground. And does catch a couple of workers. Oof. The Oracle does fall in again in a head-on fight. He cannot take it. Stalkers are going down, and here he needs more than this. Losing another Stalker and another. Down to 3. At the same time, he does reinforce, pushing towards a 3rd. And here is all in. Here he's completely all in at this point, going for a proxy 4th gateway. So 2 base 4 gate all in. Takes down the shield batteries. Immortals are so slow. They're so slow. Trying to keep up. So far, he does run away. Like, as we mentioned, like, a Classic in a head-on fight, he will be able to overpower. Going for the dive, takes down 1 Immortal, takes 3 volleys. Takes a lot of shots. Once again, here he has to avoid the Immortals. Does head for the natural. Oh, doesn't quite go for it. Doesn't commit. Behind this, now he expands. A late 3rd base for herO. Oh god. Very late 3rd. herO pulling Classic apart, gets into the mineral lines. Okay. Takes down 2 workers. Nice movement by herO. Does 9 mining at the 3rd. Shading once again. Stalkers coming in from behind. Catching out a Stalker. Again, herO just pulling Classic apart. Once again, he shades in. Once again, more probe kills. Yeah, 4 or 5 workers. herO does not catch an Immortal. The Immortals catch herO. And this has been some decent damage, but my concern here is the eventual counterattack. The Classic is still mining more efficiently. Classic is building up to 4 Immortals. And Charge only just now began. Charge is just now starting. Eventually, Classic's going to counterattack, and it's going to hit quite hard. Again, it's on herO to catch a stray Immortal. So pick up some key units. Gets a Stalker. Picks up a Stalker, rotates once again, getting his own 3rd base up and running. That is a 5th Immortal on the way, by the way. It's going to be 5 Immortals. It's crazy. And again, how do you counter Immortals? Typically with charge lots. Like, Zelsa will do a great job tanking Immortal shots and close the distance. That's because here by herO. Oh, he does get punished. As here he rotates once again. You can just see how active he's being here. Just non-stop counterattacks. Trying to keep Classic busy. And buying time for charge. Now, as hero's taking into charge, Classic has the option. Oh, it looks like we have some inefficient mining. Here comes the 5th Immortal. But it's going to be on Classic to take up in towards Archons. I believe he does not have a Templar Archives. Yeah, no Archives, no Archon production, no charge either. Just purely Stalker Immortal. Oh, going into Glaives instead. Okay, I mean, that's an alternate route here. An alternate answer to the Zealot. Either Archons or, I mean, Glaive Adepts. Can also work. It doesn't really scale too well into a longer game, but has its place in PvP. As Zelsay get across the map. They're forcing Classic back home. They force defensive adepts. As more adepts are warping in. And as Classic is distracted by these zealots, herO, he does go for the counterattack himself. Does hit the third. And Classic completely out of position. Uh-oh. Third base is going to go down. Massive pickup. Classic racing back home. A little bit indecisive. Where are we going? What's the plan? Okay, adepts stay defending against the zealots. The rest of the army does respond. Third base went down. Chasing back herO, and again a really nice pickoff, but he's forcing the all-in. At this point, he's forcing Classic's hand. And Classic still has a terrifying army. herO trying to kite back. Ooh, almost loses one of the immortals. And again, herO, he cannot fight this head on. It's a crazy death blow of an army. Immortal goes down. And herO is pinned back. He's pinned back here. Here come more adepts. Again, Zealots, they're not quite built for this. There's no Archons. Yeah, there's no Archons to work with. Zelsay getting pulled back. Zelsay melt here against a glaive adepts. Boys are being pulled. Stalker's going to be going down as well. And Classic, he should overwhelm. Yeah, with 5 with 5 immortals, there's not much to stop him. As he's pushing into the natural, his army's being split up. Okay. His army's being fragmented. As he has to consolidate his forces, pushing in towards the third, it takes out the Stalkers, shuts down the shield batteries. herO coming from behind, nice control. Saves the immortals down to 4. 4 more left, the prism. Oh god, oh, does go down. Nice denial. A nice pick up, but it doesn't. Oh, it may not matter. It's still quite close. Ah, he has too much. Yeah, Classic, he has too much. He still will overwhelm. Takes out the Stalkers, takes out the Immortal, even without the Warp Prism. 30 probe kills. And Classic, he does it. And here, he had some nice moves. He had some nice moves, counter-attacking, sniping the third base. Did well for himself, but he could never fight head-on. Like, he could never deal with the main army. That was the problem. Eventually, he poked the bear. He poked Classic. And Classic, he didn't stop. He just came at him. It's crazy. The final boys are being pulled, and Classic, he breaks through. He breaks through that defensive line, takes down 18 more probes. There's barely anything left here for herO. Barely anything remaining. Adepts bust into the main. He breaks the third. Yo, we got the boy. Probe attacking at the fourth base. GG gets called, and Classic, he will claim the series at 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. GG, well played. A very chaotic final game here, very back and forth. They both had their own moments here. Classic initially went for a greedier start. herO, he was eventually, it took a long time, eventually was able to recover economically. He was harassing his heart out with adepts, with oracles, with his own blink stalkers. Initially he failed to break the third, but he was able to pull Classic apart. Again, the downside of Classic's build, of Classic's composition, was his immobility, right? Going into initially Mass Immortal, he had a very slow moving army, and he had a really hard time keeping up with herO. As a result, herO eventually even broke the third. But as we were trying to bring up, when it came to the main fights, like, we had 5 immortals, we had an insane immortal count, we had mass adepts as well. herO could not stop at Classic. herO unfortunately never teched up into Archons, winding it back when it came to how the armies were clashing with each other. herO going into mass charge lot would work well against mass immortal Stalker, but against adepts, that's where you do need Archons. That's where you do need something more robust. You do need splash damage yourself to keep up with that. GG well played. With that, we do have our first finalist. Classic does advance on, and we're going to be going on a short break here. We're going to be going on a short break. When we come back, we will have a TVZ between Bjorn and Raynor. Let's go. Again, for those who are curious, Raynor, he is currently in South Korea. Raynor and Clem, they're both in Korea right now. They're both practicing, they're both laddering, they're both training and getting ready for the EWC, which means they can play in tournaments like this. They can play in tournaments like this. They can compete in the KSL. Oh boy. So yes, we're going to be going on a very short break. When we come back, bam, we will have our next semis. See you soon. See you soon after the break.